There's a new series called The Red Light Diaries. It's set to premiere later this year, and it examines the realities of HIV prevention, treatment, stigma, and survival across borders. It is filmed across 6 cities like Lagos, New York, Atlanta, London, Lyon, and Bangkok, and is written, produced, and performed by a global community of Black queer creatives. And joining us now is the show creator and director, Michael Ighodaro. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for agreeing to join this. Kind of a little last minute. What was the genesis of Red Light Diaries?
Really, I was really inspired by Pose and what was behind Pose and the message behind that. I really loved it, but I felt it was very American. I wanted to what Pose felt like globally, like what it felt to be, gay, queer, personally with HIV in Nigeria, in the UK, in Bangkok. And I think sometimes our stories are different, but also the way we experience our, pain, joy is different, but also there's things that bring us together. So I wanted to show that. I wanted to show that, like we can be gay, queer, bisexual, lesbian, transgender person, but also like different in the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, because sharing Black queer narratives is important, just showing different experiences for all people, because storytelling creates empathy and empathy brings along change, and that's what I think is so important about this. So each of the episodes, they're kind of standalone. Am I correct with that?
Yeah, they are standalone, but they are connected in a way. So they have a narrator who is a podcaster, who I play the podcaster and the storyline, sort of sharing the stories of like a trans person in Bangkok, or a sex worker in Nigeria, or a black gay man in Lyon in France, or a black bisexual man in London in the UK, or a trans woman in Atlanta in the US. So like, it's just podcasting, sharing their stories, but also allowing them to live their realities and people can see that on screen, but also so they are like different in a way, but what's unique about it is it's the city where it was shot. So it's the storyline are kind of like intersectional and then they flow with each other, and you can tell like there's some continuity from one city to another.
I love that. So when you're filming across like 6 international
I know.
cities.
It's
Like,
insane.
okay,
I can't
great.
believe we did that.
That'll be super duper easy.
Yeah, no,
What
it was.
what was your process like, and what were some of the challenges that you faced when you were filming and shooting Red Light Diaries?
Really, we prioritize hiring local talents in every city we went to. So we went to the city and sort of did our research. So that from the writers to the production team, the only people who were constant were myself and our DP. Everybody else was from each city. So we went to the city and just like hired people and worked with local talent in the city. So that makes it unique that the story was actually very specific to the city that we're telling it. So we're not bringing people from the US to come shoot in Nigeria or bring people from Nigeria to shoot in the US. So it was like very unique and very centered and very like lived reality. So the folks who filmed in this city were people who actually live the everyday life in that city. So they understand what it means to be gay and queer or filmmaker in their own city. So like it brings that like rawness to the series. It was hard, obviously. It was
Yeah.
really,
Oh, I can only
like
imagine. Like, how
yeah,
long did it take for you to shoot the entire series?
a year and 6 months.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So,
It was a long time.
did
It
you?
was fun, but it was fun.
Oh
I
yeah!
really
Oh
liked
my
it.
gosh! To imagine like I've been to Bangkok. I would gladly go back again. I will hold a microphone.
Oh,
I
I'd
will
love to
do
go.
whatever you need for me to do. It's such an
It was
amazing
fun.
city. Yeah.
Michael, did you find that the stigma, HIV stigma, looks different, for instance, in Lagos than it does in New York or London, for example?
No, the stigma is actually quite the same, right? I think the people who are behind the stigma, the people who are stigmatizing individuals, the way they do it is quite similar. It can be from a perspective of a person in Atlanta stigmatizing against someone living with HIV. They are stigmatizing the person, not the disease. So same in Nigeria, for instance, they are saying, oh, you're living with HIV, so you must, because you're living with HIV, it must have been because you're gay or you're a transgender person. That's why you have HIV, not because HIV is a medical issue or public health issue, but because you have to be gay, you have to be trans, you have to be sex worker. That's why you have HIV. So it's like what we did with this series was to show the people, the actual people, not the realities, but actually like you get to know a sex worker, why they became a sex worker, why they are who they are, and a trans person in Nigeria, why they are who they are, and not the disease itself. So it was fun to just like open the door a little bit and not too much medicalize, the storyline, but actually to just share the stories. And I think that was what makes it unique.
I mean, that's got to be how people get through their stigmas is to see see people that are like, wow, they're just like me. They're just, they love someone, whoever they love or whatever happened. And now they have this horrible disease, but we shouldn't stigmatize them. We should embrace and support them. And hopefully that's part of obviously what you're trying to get across here.
Yeah, and the things have changed. We have so much, more medical intervention for HIV. We have the long-acting PrEP, that you can take once every 2 months, and you're okay. Potentially going to have once a month pill very soon, like once a month PrEP. You can take it once a month, you're okay. So like things have changed, and what hasn't changed is the stigma and the discrimination, and that's because of the people.
Yeah.
So we have to tell different stories and tell different things. And not like HIV is not the way it used to be 80 years ago in the days of ACT UP, right? It has changed. People are not dying in the street anymore, but we don't have a cure, right? There's still a main issue. We don't have a cure yet. What is the main issue right now is a stigma and discrimination and lack of access to basic information that people don't have. Most people don't even know there's a PrEP or their doxy-PrEP or their STI treatment. They have no idea. It depends on who you are, where you live, and that's how you can have access to information. If you live in like a rural area, you have no idea you can get PrEP somewhere because nobody's telling you you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, these are like really important stories that are happening.
Definitely.
And with this project, the Red Light Diaries, you were working with Global Black Gay Men Connect. Can you tell us about their work?
Yeah, so I lead the Global Black Gay Men Connect. We're a nonprofit organization. We work globally with Black gay men and what we call key populations. It's a new word. So key populations is mostly sex workers, people who inject drugs, trans people, and people in prisons as well, and gay men. So we share information about HIV treatment, prevention. We also work around racism and anti-gender issues as well across the globe. But also we work with governments and policymakers to make information much more easier for people to access. So we're based in the US, in London, and in Lyon, in France, and in Nigeria. So we work across different continents of the world.
Oh, is that it?
There is so much more. And
I know. I'm just joking.
Like
it's
this,
incredible,
right?
but it's incredible work. I believe President Obama recognized your work with that as well. So keep up doing what you're doing.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah,
I'm like, he's very fancy.
So yeah, where do we see this series? How do people find it?
Well, very soon we're going to share where we're going to find it, but it's going to be out this fall, later this year. So potentially one of your favorite streaming platform that I can't share yet.
Okay.
But
still we're gonna, but something that you can share. You have a soundtrack for the show. It drops this week on the 14th.
Oh my God,
What role does music play in Red Light Diaries?
So I am a music addict. Like I love music. So during the editing of the series, I was trying to find music that plays, that tells the story in a way that doesn't feel like, something that we just brought in. And I just could not. Like I listened to a whole lot of albums, a lot of music, and I could not find a song or like an album that tells a story, that uniqueness of it all. So I was like, okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna record our own music, right?
Of course. Of course you are. Because, all right.
I can't really find it.
Because I'm shooting in 6 international cities. I might as well just write music for it too.
But that tells you where we are with entertainment, though. I feel like we have so much of queer stories and so much of queer music out there, but I think it's very distinct to where people live, and it's not like there's no music that cross borders so much. So this album wanted to make sure like people listen to it, they can relate to it. Doesn't matter if you're from Bangkok, if you're from Atlanta, if you're from Lyon in France. You can listen to the music and feel connected to it. So right now we have limited music that can do that for queer people, and you can have fun, you can dance to it, you can cry to it.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like when you listen to this album, you need therapy, a little bit therapy.
Nice.
Because it takes you really deep inside key things that you question as a gay man, as well as a gay man myself, who's someone living with HIV. This music is a lot for me to just digest, but also I want to have fun. So there's part of it that is just so fun, and like the new Madonna album, actually, I'm like, and there's a bit of that as well. You just dance in the film. Let's just dance,
Yes.
So dancing.
That's beautiful. I love that.
That's amazing. So, and so the soundtrack to the series is going to drop this week on the 14th.
It's Friday. Yes.
There we are. And folks can like download it and stream it like from wherever they get their music.
Yes. Also, this Friday is my birthday. So
What?
Oh, what a great day.
Well, hey, I think that would be like a great little birthday gift.
I know.
Is
Like,
if everybody
my God.
out there just heads to their streaming service and, buys the album, listens to the
It's a
album.
gift for me. You can buy the album. That can be a gift for my.
There we see. So
You deserve it.
When the Red Light Diaries finally drops this fall, we're going to keep our eyes open as to, because it's super secret right now.
Yeah.
What do you hope? What is your biggest hope that people will take away from this?
As someone, so part of my story, I left my parents' home, and when I was 14, I ended up in the streets. And, for a lot of time, I felt like I was the only gay person in the world, and nobody was like me. I couldn't see anybody that sees me. So for me, like when people see this series, it's like they can see themselves, like, oh, someone see me, someone see that I'm here and I'm not like different. Like, I think for me, it's like the main thing is like people can look at this series, listen to the music, and like, oh, I feel seen. And if we do that, I'm satisfied.
That is amazing.
Beautiful.
Well, again,
goal.
the new series, Red Light Diaries, is going to be dropping this fall. But if you don't want to wait, on August 14th, that's when the
Michael's
soundtrack
birthday.
drops, Michael's birthday.
Soundtrack.
So
Yes.
do yourself a favor, expand your musical horizons and give Michael a fantastic birthday
Yeah.
present.
Thank you.
Michael Ighodaro, thank you so much for joining us today. We cannot wait for Red Light Diaries, and I can't wait for Friday so I can listen to the whole album.
2
Congratulations.
tracks are out right now. We have 2 tracks out, 2 singles, Borrowed Peace and the other track. So there are 2 tracks out. So please go stream it on the platform. Go listen to the music. We also trying to share the 12 tracks album coming out on Friday at 12 midnight. So
There we go.
Okay.
Michael Ighodaro, thank you so much.
Thanks,
the creative
Michael.
brilliance
Thank you so much for
behind
having me.
Red Light Diaries. Have a fantastic day.
Take care.
you
Happy
too.
birthday.
Bye.
Thank
Ray.
you.
Bye, guys.